Goodness.
Good morning guys, welcome back to another video. Today is in fact Kalvin's birthday, and tonight we're gonna go surprise him at a local restaurant. We're hoping that there's a good turnout tonight. We're trying to invite as many people as possible, so yeah, this is gonna be really fun. Also, I'm getting this weird goo at the bottom of the roof spoiler. You can see it kind of right there. I don't think it's rust. I've taken this thing off and it almost looks like the inside of the carbon is like melting and like flinging out. I don't even know how that's possible because I just cleaned that up last night. And it happens every once in a while, and most of the time it's like when it sits in the garage for a while. If any of you guys know what this is, definitely leave a comment down below. I don't think it's rust, like I said. I took this apart and underneath it, it looks fine. It looked like the whole inside of the carbon is like melting, and I'm not really sure what it is. I mean, I guess the next step is like take it all the way off and kind of like go in there and clean out and reseal stuff, which is gonna suck because unlike the OEM roof vanes, you can't just pop off the end caps and then this whole thing comes off. You have to take out the entire interior of your car just to get to that one bolt that sticks up. If you guys remember when we did do the video of installing that in the first place, it is kind of a pain to get to. It takes a little time, but we can do it. It's just kind of annoying. You can see where it's dripped down before. I don't know if you can see that down there, but I don't know, maybe it's a mixture of like small amounts of rust and other things. I don't know, it's super annoying though, but we gotta have to fix that. I don't want to be the one to say it, but I think this is probably the last season that this motor will be in my car. I've been having like these weird, almost like piston slap type noises, which is normally common when the Subaru motor is cold. I think we made a video of this a long time ago, but it almost like kind of sticks around all the time now. It's been happening for like, I don't know, thousands of miles now at least. And I hit up Ian a little bit ago. He's our Subaru tech friend, and asked him what he thought about it. I sent him a video and everything. He said it kind of sounds like piston slap. It's kind of hard to tell, obviously, over video form when I just sent it to him. He thinks it's piston slap. If it is just piston slap, he said like honestly the car could last another like 40,000 miles or something like that. Right now we're at 210,000 miles on my car, which is pretty impressive for like basically the shape that it's in. Obviously it has its wear and tear and stuff, but like specifically the motor itself, like it's been fine. I think this winter is going to be the motor swap project. I don't really know what I'm going to put into it right now. I've actually talked to a couple people about almost like doing a 2.2 swap, almost resemble the 22B STI, because I think the sound of that motor, it's like in between a 2.0 and a 2.5, and it just has like this slightly different tone to it, and I really like it. But I think I do want to spend my time trying to build the motor how I want to the first time, rather than just like putting another 2.0 in it. Or if I did put another 2.0 in it, I would at least want built internals or something like that to handle a little bit more horsepower, because I'm kind of getting over the stock horsepower, basically what it has right now. So I want something a little bit quicker. Obviously it takes a lot of money, a lot of cash to make the Subaru fast, but that should be a shirt. But I want to put a lot of time into the setup that we're going to be doing over winter, but for now we'll just see how long she lasts. One thing I don't understand is like the car still pulls fine. Like once you're on throttle, you don't hear anything wrong with it, which makes me think more that it's piston slap, because I think like once you're under load, those pistons will actually like, they're building up pressure, so they're not going to be like going up and down. It's only at idle, like a low idle, that you can hear the weird sounds. But other than that, like once you're driving and getting going, like you can't hear anything. So super weird, but I don't know, maybe I'll take it in one day and see what's wrong with it, but like at this point I'm like kind of set on just like swapping the motor anyway, so like I don't know. You guys let me know what I should do. It's always a good day when you ask for a medium, but they give you a large, just because they like you. Alright, so I'm gonna try and see if this camera will pick up the sound that I'm talking about since we're here at idle right now. So I'm gonna try and like boost the audio and see if you guys can hear this real quick. So that's pretty much all it's doing. It sounds like a very quiet, like almost like ticking noise. My first car I ever owned, that one actually did spin a bearing, and that thing ate oil like crazy. This car, I actually change the oil every 2,000 to 2,500 miles, so like I keep like fresh oil in this as much as possible, also keeping up with levels and everything like that. I think it's honestly just from its age, and you never know how the owner before you treated the oil changes and stuff like that, but other than that, like she's done really good as far as like the motor stuff and pretty much everything else. Like honestly, my biggest issue right now, which is actually going to get fixed here in the next week or two, is that rear quarter panel rust. But we got something big coming for that for the rest of the car, like I've showed you guys in the last video. I think what's best is that I'm going to start saving up for a new motor anyways to put in something that I actually want, and I'll be happy with it, and we'll make a little bit more power because I want to see this thing actually get up and start moving a little bit quicker than it does right now. Alright guys, I'm handing you over to the man, the myth, the legend.
Taking it over. What's going on, boys? Good to see you again. Good to be back. I feel like it's been way too long. I do have a video from when I was out in California that I will be releasing eventually. It was just kind of a short video, so today we're going to be hanging out. I'm going to be doing some work to my car. Actually, yesterday we lowered it a little bit, so that was kind of cool. Maybe I can kind of give you an overview of what we did. We're also going to be doing an oil change. That's just basic stuff. I'm not going to really show you too much of that. We're on a busy road, man. I didn't think this road was that busy. I actually might be hanging out with Kalvin before the birthday party. So we might see him before and kind of give like a little, oh, like, you know, I'll see you tomorrow, whatever, and then like surprise him later. So we'll see what goes down. But I'm excited. I can't wait. Like, he's turning 25 now. This man's getting old. I'm only 21. He's like 4 years older than me. So can't wait to surprise him tonight. So I figured since it's such a nice day outside, I'll try to get some work done on the car. I had it parked here overnight, and there was a tarp under it. And I saw today when I moved that there was a little green puddle of coolant. So I must obviously have a coolant leak. So I'm gonna jack the car up real quick and get under it and try to see if I can find where it was dripping down. It's hot out here. Make sure I'll stay hydrated. Alright, so there's some crazy stuff that it looks like is going on over here. Gotta get this exposed properly first. Hold up. So if you look right up there, it looks like right where my water pump is, there's a bunch of coolant just kind of like, I don't even know, clumped up there, and then there's some on the lines over here. So maybe the gasket's bad there or something and it's just leaking. But it's like, it's just all over there. And I know, I feel like I've checked this hose clamp before. It doesn't seem loose. And it's like it's all the way butted up, so it can't be just leaking there, but it looks like it is unless it's just all coming off here. So I'm gonna have to look into this more. Not sure why it's like splattering all over or what's going on here. I don't know, my coolant temps have been fine, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Something's obviously leaking. So I found another leak while I was under there, or at least what appears to be a leak. It's all my lines from my power steering down there are just all really greasy and gross looking, and I guess that's just like all the fluid. I touched it and it was all the red like ATF that I use for the power steering, and that's where it was all coming out. So I gotta figure out whether it's just those lines that I gotta replace, or like it was all over the boots too, and I don't know if that was just because it was leaking or if the boots are actually leaking as well. So I really got to do a lot of research into my power steering and figure out what's going on with, I guess, my particular setup here. I don't know what's leaking, but that's going to be another day's project. That's not something I'm planning on trying to tackle right now, because the power steering feels fine, but it definitely is losing fluid often, so I have to keep an eye on that. I was going to do an oil change. It doesn't look like I actually have any oil at my house. Also, yeah, people have been asking about like seeing more content on the Mustang. I'm not sure what you want to see. Let me know down below if there's particular things you want to know about the car, it's literally all stock, just 100% stock. 86 Mustang GT. So if you guys want to learn any more about that, we already did a review on it. It's on the channel months ago, like maybe it was even last year, so you can check that out if you're interested. But as far as my car goes, that's stuff I got a lot of little maintenance things to do. I still want to do a lot of painting to the car. I got to get a lot of body panels kind of fixed up and painted. A lot of people mention about how my headlight is so foggy. I will be getting that fixed. I actually have been doing a little bit of work over at Circuit Demon, every like here and there, just hanging out, helping them out. So I've been learning more about how to take these lights apart and do different things, and I've actually been helping work on Jordan's set. So the Jordan set is almost done. You guys have seen some update videos on that. I'll be doing the same thing pretty much as soon as he finishes, because he's got that JDM set on his car. So once he's done with those, I'm gonna put those on mine, and then I can get working on my set without having a car without headlights for however long it takes me to build the headlights. So this will be getting cleaned up soon. I will be doing a similar setup to what Jordan's doing. So these will be getting cleaned up soon. It'll be pretty sweet. I'm not sure if I'll need a new lens or not. Once we get it off, we'll see how bad it is, but we should be able to just polish it up, wet sand it, and like make it look really nice. But I'm pretty much thinking about the same setup of what Jordan's doing. Put a projector here, a nice big LED high beam here, get rid of the ambers. I would like to see if I could get like something to tint around that. I think that would look kind of nice, and probably paint the housing a darker color. Like, I know Jeff has actually got some Java Black Pearl left, so maybe we can paint that a Java Black Pearl. That would look pretty sweet. And then maybe if we wrapped the car white, the black and white contrast. Ooh, you guys see the vision I'm going for here? There's a lot of things to come for this car. I really want to get something kind of like this, get a V8, but I do have a lot of things I really, I'm gonna like bumping into this tent here. But yeah, I still have so many plans for this car. Sadly, I think we are gonna have to do some fender flares in the near future, just because the rust is getting so bad, especially when I do trim these, the lip on the fender. When I trim those, I think it's really gonna be, yeah, I think more noticeable on this passenger side. Like this whole lip in here is all rusty already, so it's like we're gonna be left with this like little crusty shell, and there's just not much we can do to save that. So by chopping that out and adding a fender flare, I think that would really kind of save the car from that rust continuing up into the body anymore. So I think that would be the best option for the car. This bird, what the hell? Shut up. We do have some more things coming for the car. If you guys remember these little beauties, this is for the roof vane that's gonna go on right, I guess, above the rear window. But these are looking all nice. We just got to get the centerpiece painted, the actual vane, and then this will be able to go on. Really stoked on that, because that'll really, I don't know, give a nice aggressive feel to the back. And then we do still have some secret little carbon pieces coming for this car as well. We're just waiting on them to get made by our sponsor, RPG Carbon. Shout out to the homies. Yeah, we got some cool stuff coming from them. Can't wait. Like Jordan got those the mirror covers. That was his piece. I have a piece coming for my wing. So hopefully that probably gave it away. But I don't really care. It's the gurney, you know. So for like the past week, there's been this dead like frog in my wheel well. I was hoping he'd just fall out. Oh, he's crusty. I don't know how he got perfectly flattened. Like he must have just hopped through here and just smacked. And oh, dude, get off, get off, get off, get off. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Dude, he is crispy. I should have taken care of this a while ago. Oh my god. Oh, this is so nasty. Get off of my wheel. Oh, I poked a hole in him. Oh, this is just graphic. We can't show this. Alright, so we forgot to actually bring the camera into the restaurant when we were having that whole party birthday thing with Kalvin. So we're gonna FaceTime him right now and get like a little, not reaction, but
whatever he thought about.
Yeah, his opinion on how it went.
Yo!
What's up, Big Chief?
What's up?
What's up, boys?
Alright, so we forgot to film our thing at the birthday thing the other night. So we wanted to show the boys, see what's up with you, how you felt. Were you surprised?
Oh, it was great.
It was great?
Major surprise. Honestly, had no idea, so.
That's
good,
amazing.
good.
You guys did great.
But you were surprised.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
100%.
dope. Yeah, we like totally forgot to bring like any sort of video clip from that night because I wanted to get like your initial reaction, but then I didn't even see you pull up. So
Yeah, well, I didn't come late. You guys were there at what, 8:30?
yeah, not too long.
Yeah.
A little bit earlier.
Dope.
Glad we could surprise you. Happy birthday again.
Oh yeah, that was rad. Appreciate you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
What are you guys up to? You just
I'm
filming
just
today?
leaving work. Yeah. Working at the Demon today.
All right, guys, that will conclude today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.